instead of just pulling up behind me and seeing there's a queue, he comes up next to me and goes, are you dropping off or are you picking up? And I said, well, I've just dropped off and now I'm picking up. See you later. But like,
he wouldn't let it go, would he?
If it was,
he wanted you to drive around the block to rejoin the rank.
Yeah. He wanted me to come off, go around the little thing.
Yeah. Come back to the beginning. When it's just you and him.
Just me and him. And a massive queue.
Thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for supporting Wizan. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell for any future videos. So here we are today again for a first year review, and we're with Leigh Dargan, George Barker, and our regular Dave Frampton to co-host. And it's basically to chat about what's happened over the past year, how you found it, some nice little stories. We started to tell some really decent stories. Dave's got some Twitter complaints. So
he loves Twitter for old men.
Well, it's only that number plate pops up and it made me look, you know, because I only source through it for anything that's going on with traffic or information about.
Well, what was the gist of it?
It was, I think, nicked a job, did something wrong, something along those lines.
And this is Leigh, basically, he's nicked the job.
I didn't realise you still had that number plate, and Paul had it. It was only when I just see you in it, I went, oh, it was you.
Probably no idea what I'd done, but go on.
Yeah, no, I didn't pay it a lot of heed. So it was nicking a job or something like that, or nicking within the range of a rank. What's the range of a rank that you shouldn't pick up?
There isn't one. So basically,
the person 50 yards, 100 yards must be something.
There isn't.
You have to gauge it, don't you? Like,
yeah. It depends. Would he be able to walk to that rank, or shall I take him?
It all depends, isn't it? If it's pouring a rain, you're not going to say, "Oh, sorry," like. It all depends, doesn't it?
Is that your rules, is it?
You've got to gauge it. You've got to be like, someone sitting on a rank, you can blatantly see them, then of course you're going to point them down to the rank, ain't you? But
I think it might have been, I was pulling out of Liverpool Street and this old man come up. He went, can you take me up the road? Do you know what? You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, if
where on Liverpool Street itself? He was in Liverpool Street.
Like, just pulling out by the traffic lights. It could have been that. And an old boy comes up to me and goes, can you take... It was literally London Wall.
Yep.
Really old boy. But you don't know, do you? You're always going to upset someone. They always think it's
But then again,
job.
that would be fine for me. You're sitting at the lights leaving Liverpool Street. The rank is back there. I'm a person walking along the street, walking along Bishopsgate, and I want a cab. There's a cab at the lights. That's the cab I'm getting into. That's the cab I've chosen. So it isn't really a debate for me that you need to go anywhere. I am the passenger, and I've chosen this cab. There's no argument.
And another one was a diesel was behind me. And they didn't want to get into an old diesel cab. They went, oh, I've waited for an electric one purposely to come by. I want to get in your one.
Well, that's common. That was always common. Yeah. When we had the same, when the TXs came out, they didn't want to get in the fairway. Now the electrics, they want to get in the electrics.
What else, George, have you had happen to you with the other cab drivers picking up near a rank or any other etiquette?
No, I ain't.
That one you had going out.
King's Cross. Actually, King's Cross, you come on at the back. And it's like a 3-part rank, isn't it? Yeah, so we're at the back of King's Cross. I wouldn't mind that the queue is astronomical. Yeah, so you get, if you go on like what's the 3rd part at the back, before you move on to the 2nd bit, actually in front of where you drop off your customers. So some woman's behind me anyway, so I'm waiting. She's tonking her horn, like gesticulating out the window. So I'm thinking, like, what's going on? Like, so anyway, she comes from behind me, ran me onto the rank in front. So I thought, all right, no way. So I proceed.
He was on the phone to me at the time. He went, hang on.
I pull up behind her on the rank. I get out and I said, everything all right? I said, like, obviously just pulled in front. Well, you need to move up the rank. The queue. I said, it's about 100 people up there. I said, like, you're not going to be able to push for a job. I said, but, if you need it that bad, then crack on. Fill your boots. And I don't know, she just must have had one of them days, but...
that was the other one that you had, going, oh, you 80 badge numbers.
Yeah, no, so this was by Finsbury Square. So I pulled out Worship Street, left, obviously clear, no one come in, drive down, fella sticks his hand out. All of a sudden, this TX4 comes absolutely zooming up the inside of me, pulls in, takes a jog. So I pulled up next to him, I pulled the window down, I went, you all right, mate? I went, didn't think that was my job, no? And he went, oh, you bloody 80 numbers, you don't look up the road, do you? I said, well, I did look up the road. I said, because I pulled out. I said, so must have been clear to pull out. I said, I didn't see you coming. And he was like, yeah, you bloody 80 numbers. Da, da, da. I just thought, you know what, mate, crack on.
I think people have made up imaginary rules. Basically, the cab coming out the turning, if I'm free to get out without making someone change speed or whatever, I'm now the cab in front. That's it, regardless. I don't have to wait for a cab that's got his light on to go past, even no matter how distant he is. If I can legally get out the turning, that's the next job is yours.
I promise you, he weren't even there. Because surely, if you're in a turning and you can pull out and no one's got to slow down to let you out, it's your right way.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the part. In the end,
some people are making up strange rules, aren't they?
In the end, I was just like, you know what, mate, crack on. I think I went round the corner and a lady asked me to take her like somewhere southeast London, 8 miles away. So I thought, yeah, lovely, thanks. Yeah.
Well, we did that one, didn't we? We was talking just a moment ago about the fact of you pull up and the fare you're dropping off gets out and a fare comes straight to the window, and there may be a cab behind you or whatever, but it's your fare. It isn't the cab behind. I saw on Twitter they're arguing and saying it was always the cab driver's behind's fare. It can't be.
I had it at Marylebone. Do you remember that one and all? Marylebone. So I drop off at Marylebone and there's again a big queue. The rank's empty. So I pulled up. Customers getting out, and then other customers are waiting to get in. So the cab driver who was pulling onto Marylebone, instead of just pulling up behind me and seeing there's a queue, he comes up next to me and goes, are you dropping off or are you picking up? And I said, well, I've just dropped off and now I'm picking up. See you later. But like,
he wouldn't let you go, would he?
If it was,
he wanted you to drive around the block to rejoin the rank.
Yeah. He wanted me to come off, go around the little thing.
Come back to the beginning. But it's just you and him.
Just me and him. And a massive queue. And that's what I was saying to you, when it like, if it was just one lady, I'd said, yeah, fair enough, mate, like, take her. But there's a whole queue of people waiting. Imagine going, just wait there, I just got to circle the block and come back.
Looks like you, man.
Like, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
It's just like, do you know what I mean? Some of them have no common sense. It's just like they thrive off having a bit of a, it's like, have a day off.
I don't think I ever had an argument with anybody from my perspective of starting one thinking they've stole my fare or whatever. You just carry on. There's another one. It's just not worth the aggravation, even if you think you're right. But the times I'm hearing now where people think they're right, I don't think they're right at all. They're making a fuss over nothing. And certainly they always blame the 80 badges.
Without a doubt.
Haven't they always done that?
Yeah, they've always done it. Yeah. Always. I'm going to put my hand up and say I think it's the old badges that are always the worst, because they have this attitude. These new guys are out nicking our fares, so I better nick that fare rather quickly, because they'd have done it to me anyway.
Yeah, if they got that in their mindset, they're going to do it anyway. Yeah, that's just an excuse, isn't it? If you're going to nick,
let's go on Twitter. A grown man on Facebook's the other one. You sit there and you just cringe.
Yeah.
Or someone's asked a genuine question like, "Do you have to pay if you drop off at the Heathrow?" And they get loads of laughy faces. It's just a genuine question. If you've got nothing nice to say or helpful, get off it. Get off your phone and just let someone else answer it. But they have to put all this. These are grown ass men.
They're not, are they? Because this is actually completely schoolboy behaviour. This is exactly what we did at bullying at school, and we're supposed to grow out of it. Dave's got his schoolboy shorts on today, so he's probably.
I'm still here. I'm still here now at Wizard School.
It's not that long. Who's actually got time to sit on Twitter and do you know what I mean?
Oh, there's plenty.
I've not had no problems. I don't get involved in it. I just don't take notice of anyone. I really don't take any notice of anyone doing anything. I haven't got the time. I haven't got the time left. I'm too old to worry about that.
No, you're too busy on Twitter calling them all out, aren't you?
That's me. That was me. No.
I don't get involved too much, but I did put one just recently to explain the highway code on crossing double white lines or solid white lines.
I see that.
And
got a response, didn't it?
Yeah, it got a response. But the responses were really funny. Again, it was really childish. You're wrong. Okay, explain. What? No. Or every single person that said it was wrong, none of them put up that it was correct. And I just said, I'm just explaining the highway code to you. You can cross a solid white line to overtake a slow-moving vehicle that's going less than 10-ish mile an hour. Horse you can overtake. You can cross it to enter a right turn or an adjacent building. So there are circumstances where you can cross solid white lines. They're only there really as the prevention of overtaking dangerously and whatever reasonable speeds. But it's not that you can't cross or straddle. Well, you can't straddle a white line and drive along over it, but you can go across it to go into a building or whatever. So then all the drivers come up that are very familiar with the highway code and said you was wrong. You didn't pipe in, Dave, and protect me.
I haven't read the highway code for 40 years. More than that probably, but yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah. And what's the do you know the double white lines on Aldwych? That's cool.
That's what he's talking. That's what he's talking about. That's exactly that.
Yeah.
About whether you can cross them.
Well, if you're doing a U-turn and there's no U-turn signs, then they're illegal. But you're not. Just crossing the white line isn't the illegal issue. Is there a no U-turn sign on there?
No. There isn't any no.
So they're getting tickets for crossing the double white line on Aldwych and going where? Onto the other side of the road? Because you've set down...
The one you've got to be careful of is when you turn to Drury Lane.
Oh, that's a no right turn.
Yeah.
But it's got a no right turn sign and people don't see it.
So the tickets are for the no right turn.
Yeah, it must
be. Yeah, it might
but
be.
People are saying they've been getting tickets for like...
Because you can't do it right into Waterloo Bridge now, can you? So you have to go all the way around.
No, they do it right. They're not giving no tickets at the minute.
Oh, they're not?
They do it every day, yeah.
Oh.
From the Strand, you're doing a right onto Waterloo Bridge?
Yeah, it says no right turn, but there's no camera in those.
Oh, so you're just ignoring the no right turn and doing it anyway?
Ignore it. Take your truck straight over.
What people are doing is obviously going past there.
And U-turning.
Coming onto Aldwych, U-turning, and then going over Waterloo Bridge. And people are saying they've been getting tickets for it. But
that would be something different then. There has to be something there about the no U-turn. But in a sense, you're not turning right. You are doing a U-turn over the double white line. So it could fall into a different grey area of what the law would be for that. So I don't know on that one. And if they're getting tickets for it, there must be some precedent.
Well, I think it's only been tickets from cameras from push bikes or cars or something. There's no set-up camera there, is there? That's giving out dozens of tickets, is there? Oh, what I've seen, there's only been like a push bike or something like that. It's got a camera on his helmet.
I've U-turned there to pick a customer up.
Yep.
Touch wood, I've
done hundreds of U-turns there.
Yeah, so lots of people have. So the debate is, are they watching something very specific? Because the crossing the white lines bit isn't the issue.
No, we've never had nothing. Not a ticket yet.
So there's the no right turn at Drury Lane. If you're cameraed on that and you're caught doing that, that's obviously a ticket.
Yeah. But that's clear signage there. So
the U-turn back onto Waterloo Bridge. Don't know about that one.
What about Gracechurch Street in Bishopgate? No ticket there yet. No ticket?
I don't use it.
For the bus gate?
Do you use it?
Occasionally.
Oh,
after 7 o'clock and before 7 o'clock, obviously.
I'm not out after 7 at night. I'm in bed by then.
But you think about it. That debate's been going on, but that's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is ridiculous.
What, the gates?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. We're not allowed up there.
Especially if you get an app job.
Ridiculous. Well, it's supposed to be not allowed up
even
there.
after 7 o'clock at night, it's never chock a block up there. Is it? To the point where you can justify there being
a bus gate
there.
No, you can't. The exclusion of black cabs from Bishopsgate and Gracechurch Street is ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's a mainstay of what we do. Our job is backwards and forwards from Liverpool Street to London Bridge. So
well, they haven't dished out any tickets. I haven't heard or seen anything that they've dished out tickets. And I go up there every week.
Yeah, I picked a guy up and he was it's when the World Cup football was on. Was that last October, November?
Last November, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he was in a real rush to get up to Dalston. He went to the wrong venue. I said, it's a shame that we can't use Bishopsgate anymore because of the bus gate. And he went, well, how much to go through it then? I went, 60 quid. He went, I'll give you the 60 quid at the end of the fare. And he done it. Fair
wow.
Yeah. And then I rang up Paul saying, you're going to get, I'm going to get a PCN come through. He went, they're not live.
No.
So
they're still not live, are they?
That's
I still haven't heard of any tickets.
That's like, Cromwell Road now. It's 20 mile per hour.
Yeah. It's just gone 20 miles.
Oh, whoa.
All the way along.
And the old Kent Road is going. And the whole South Circle is going 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Really?
Finchley Road.
From Woolwich Ferry to Chiswick. Oh, sorry, that was queue.
They're trying to encourage people to walk.
Finchley Road's gone 20 mile per hour. Stratford High Street. But the signage also says 30. So,
East Ginger Dock Road's still 30.
Yeah. Up as far as commercial's 20, isn't it? Highway's 20.
That little bit from
that's all 20, yeah.
Tunnel is 30.
What is the thinking behind 20? I don't understand.
Safer streets for London, Dean.
Yeah, no, but there's no one crossing the road in Upper Thames Street.
Let's be honest about it.
The best one, I was dropping off at Heathrow the other day and it said reduce speed to help with air quality next to an airport.
There's no need for 20 mile per hour. There isn't.
I think it's to bring everyone down to the same speed as cyclists.
It's to bring everyone down to a speed that they know is not manageable so they can get out with the speed guns and raise the funds. Let's be honest about it.
Well, they are doing that, yeah, that's for sure, raise the funds. But if everyone's doing the same speed as the cyclists, we're not going to overtake them, and the collisions with cyclists are going to be reduced, aren't they? If we're not overtaking them to turn left, are we?
When you come down Ladbroke Grove towards Holland Park, and right at the bottom they've got that little hill, and there's two police officers standing at the bottom side of that hill with a speed gun, tell me they're not making money.
Well, everywhere's going to be 20. If they're doing this, everywhere in the next year or two will be 20.
Yeah, but
Everywhere. They're not going to allow somewhere in London 40 still.
Yeah, but think about it logically, right? 20 mile per hour, fine in areas, heavy pedestrians, I understand
Schools.
it, right?
Yeah.
But anywhere in London where it's heavily pedestrianised, you ain't going to go more than 20 mile per hour anyway because of the traffic and stuff. So
You do it 4 in the morning.
Need it.
4 in the morning when I'm out doing, I go out early,
Yeah.
and you want to see the speed some people are doing.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
I
only go to speed limit normally.
Yeah, no, I
roughly.
get it.
Yeah.
And the people, it's 30. People are driving at 50. Some places, they are, and you just think it's you people that are making us all having to go slower.
I remember going
They're
down
flying about.
Cannon Street. Do you remember this? I told you this, didn't I? I went down Cannon Street. It was 1:45 on a Sunday evening, and there's 2 coppers lying behind a lamppost with a speed gun. On a 1:45 on a Sunday evening.
Or Park Lane. They're getting people doing 22, 23.
Yeah,
down Bow Common Lane, they'll be going 70 miles an hour and nothing's ever done about it.
Yeah.
It will be soon. Coming to a place near you.
yeah. It's all over.
I also got news about the knowledge as well, because I believe Leigh's got some news about knowledge. Your son started.
Stepson is going to start the knowledge.
Oh, another one. So your son started.
My son started.
Jamie
2 weeks
started-
ago.
And they're both in Welling.
Oh.
It's a long way to go.
So they're going to partner up?
I think so.
Yeah, but do you know about? I've been laughing. I was to tell you, the technology way he is. He's out now at the minute, and just before I came in here, I watched him. He was at Holland Park Avenue because I've got him on the Find Your Phone. I can watch him, and I've got him with the earpiece. And in between jobs, I'm watching him, and I'm talking to him. And I'm going, no, left there, and it's like being at a football match when I ain't got the contact to him because I see him. I'm going, go on. He was doing one of the first ones. He was Holloway Road, left. He's got furlong, right? And bearing in mind, he's just got the bike. He had no knowledge board, no street names, no phone holder yet, nothing. He's memorising 4 streets and trying to drive them.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, and he's gone along, and eventually he missed. I think he missed Royal College Bain Street or something like that. He's got, and it was like a football match where I've just gone, go on. Oh no, he's missed it. I'm ringing him. Pull over, go. And he went Georgina back, and I went, just look to the right, you'll see Baines. Look up the street and carry on.
That's good though.
But it's funny. I could literally watch every street.
You might drive him mad.
Oh no, I've already driven him mad already. I think he's only done
many
20 or
runs
30. How many runs?
Yeah.
I don't. I've 20, 30, something like that.
I'll have to get
I've done the
Josh.
first 10 with him in the
Nice.
cab.
I was going to do that, Josh.
Yes,
Yeah.
just to go out and do the first 10.
So you can actually understand, because when you first do it, you're clueless, aren't you?
I remember going out to do the first run in Manor House Station, Gibson Square. I didn't have a clue.
No one does, yeah.
Drove on my bike around the 406 to get to Manor House Station. And when you think about it now, you think like, no, you would never do it, would
I've
you?
seen quite a few knowledge boys out on their bike though.
You see them?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up.
And you go, how you doing? And they're on run 10.
Yeah.
Only another 310 to go. You'll be fine.
Do you feel excited for them or do you feel pain?
I feel pain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a great road to be on, isn't it? I know it's a long road, and
Yeah.
I mean, my James has no idea at all
No.
what's coming. He doesn't. I haven't said to him. I'm just keep doing it, keep picking up one, and keep going.
Yeah.
And eventually, I said, I say to him, I know it don't make any sense, and I know you're popping out in the places you've never been before. I have no idea where you are. And I said, but don't worry about it. You'll be going back and back, and it will start to come to the daylight will come on, won't it? The light will come on eventually.
Yeah.
You just must keep going. But yeah, I don't know if I can.
Find where he is now.
It is a good journey. It is a good journey, like the whole knowledge experience. It's painful when you think back about it.
Some days,
But you see, it's more painful if you don't dive deep into it, because if you sort of dabble with it, you're doing it for years, and it's those kind of things. There was something we realised recently at one of the meetings with TFL. Basically, a lot of people, you think people are taking longer to do the knowledge now, but a contributing factor that we haven't really allowed for is there's a lot of people doing the knowledge a lot less technique than they used to. So for instance, they were doing in a car, more people in a car than on a bike. That was never true before. Doing it part-time than full-time. There's hardly anyone full-time when there was more people full-time. So the full-time people who are doing it on bikes will finish the knowledge in around 2 years. Every other thing that you do is a contributing factor to making it take that little bit longer. And there's a lot of people who are doing lots of little things that are making it take longer. I do think getting a bike is a major thing. It makes it much easier.
Without doubt. I started off in the car.
Oh, you found where he is.
Yeah, he's currently in Portobello Road. We should all know that. As we recorded this on a Sunday, I should have been lovely amongst the market.
So
You know he's going to take you off that Find My Phone now.
oh yeah.
Every 2 minutes you'll be ringing him up.
He's not allowed because I'm sponsoring him. I've told him to pack up work and I'll pay for everything. But the only thing is, I've got to watch him and push him along.
Yeah.
So
You're trying to protect your investment. Otherwise, I'd just take forever.
Yes, when
you should
he
have showed
comes
it to
back
the
and I
camera.
only
though.
get one run for the thousands of pounds, I'm going, what's that?
I tried explaining to Josh, I said it's hard. And it's not saying that you can't do it, but I don't think people understand how difficult it is.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 little children and he's going to be working full time.
Oh wow.
So this is, and it's explaining you still got to go up, wear a suit, ma'am, sir. And I don't think people even remember that. Probably don't think that exists.
Yeah.
So it was a real eye opener when I explained to him, and I said you could work as hard as you can. I said you'll get an examiner, he'll decide that you're doing well and go right. Let's do him today.
Yeah.
And you'll all be frustrated. I said you will stuff like that, and that's part of the knowledge that people don't understand.
Yeah.
So not that I was putting him off, but
No, well,
I
you're
think
giving us some sense of reality.
Yeah. I think you have to, because that's why people take longer than they have to sometimes.
There was a guy went for his beginner's talk the other day. He said, Dean, should I wear a suit? I said, yeah, just dress smart. So he went out, he bought a suit for the occasion. He sent me a photo. He looked super smart. If I've got the photo, I'll put it up now. I think his wife's helped him pick it. He looked $1 million in this suit. He's gone up there and there's a guy sitting in the back in an Arsenal shirt. At the talk, he's turned up in a football shirt. It's like, really? So no one's obviously told him, but
that'll open his eyes up, going, "Oh, I was sitting there and everyone else was suited and booted."
It's about
That's horrible, isn't it?
It's about
when you do
first
things
impression.
like that.
You might just be there for the welcome talk, but actually they're probably gauging an impression of.
well, the idea is don't be noticed, isn't it?
what
I
you
mean,
like.
certainly don't be noticed in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should go in suits and that, shouldn't you? You should go
100%.
smart. You should
Yeah.
do, yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I've been saying to James, there's different things like that, but I'm saying to him about don't be late, because he's very laid back. It's frustrating for me, and I said to him, they won't wait for you when you come to an appearance next year or something. They're not going to be waiting you, because if they can get there, suited and booted and smart or whatever else, and then you can get there, can't you? There's no good turning up with an excuse, is there? Anyone saying, "Oh, but the tube was busy," or the buses were broke down, or something. But they're there in front of you. If the examiners have got there and they're standing there waiting for you, you can't use an excuse to me. No one can, you? Because they've got there.
Well, I think the new place in Greenwich is actually
Very convenient.
for you. Yeah.
Talking about work attire, Facebook. Did you see a cab driver driving around topless? Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, had no shirt on.
Oh.
Did you see the one at the airport who he puts his continental
Yeah, I see
quilt
that.
on the roof of the cab on a hot
see that.
day with pillars and lays there with no shirt on, just in no shoes and socks, just his shorts.
Lays on the roof. You don't weigh much, does it? It would pop the roof, wouldn't it?
No, it don't look like it weighs a lot. No, to be
So
fair.
there was
Is this on a new cab?
No, it
No,
looks
it's
like
not one.
TX4. doesn't it? White one, was
yeah.
it?
No, it was pink, wasn't
Was
it?
it pink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a TX4, surely the roof would pop.
Maybe that's why he's on the roof.
Yeah, no, it's good to be smart. You think every appearance you do or every visit, map test, whatever it's like a mini job interview, isn't it? So you should go smart. And
Well, you've come in dressed today, George, a little bit like a guy who's a member of a gay boy band.
He's definitely Essex, isn't he? He's definitely got that Essex look.
Yeah, so they can't see this on camera, George, but you've got matching shorts to that T-shirt, haven't you?
nice.
It's
I'll
like,
take a picture.
it's like a onesie, isn't it? It's like a onesie he's got. Is that how you go out in the cab like that, in a
Yeah,
onesie?
Mr. Harvey said to me, make sure you've got a collar. So, I'm duly obliging.
Yeah.
So,
I think you meant a bit of work, as in collar.
no, it's just nice, isn't it?
And talking about being in shape, George, you're looking in better shape than when you was on the knowledge.
I am, yeah. I've been investing a lot more hours down the gym now.
Yeah.
Instead of...
And he's in love now as well.
No way.
yeah.
No way.
Just got a girlfriend.
Really? You got what's her name?
Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Is it short for anything, or it is Ellie?
No, it's Ellie, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
How long?
Been about three and a bit months now.
Oh wow.
So not very long, Dave, is the answer to
That's
your
not
question.
George.
Months.
That's long
Is
for
that,
me, though.
is that the longest girlfriend? The longest time you've ever girlfriend?
No, it's not the longest time
And,
ever.
yeah.
But
And he's seen more than her ankles this time.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's uncharted territory now. It's past 3 months. Yeah, no, it's going all
And
right.
your football's going well, isn't it?
Football's going well.
Yeah, we saw the picture you shared.
football's
Yeah.
going well. So,
Brilliant.
it was a nice occasion.
Which game was it?
It was a YouTube charity match. All right, so I got the game through, and they said, wanting to run the line at London Stadium. It's a charity match. So I thought, that's all right, Not many times I'm going to get to go and referee at London Stadium. Might be 1,000 people there, 500, raise a bit of money. 62,000.
No way.
62,000.
Came to see you.
Yeah, 62,000. They're like YouTubers, KSI that's fighting Tommy Fury.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of them, and I tell you what, they raised £2.5 million.
Wow,
charity.
good luck to them.
Yeah.
I think people underestimate, don't they, the size of the money these people earn on YouTube.
What are you now?
We're on about 100 grand. Well, I did see Cycling Mikey. Paul sent me the money for Cycling Mikey. He's on 100 grand a year. It's
Is this the
120 grand.
cyclist that's to catch all the cabbies out?
Yeah.
Well, not just cabbies.
No,
He's not targeting cabbies. He's targeting anybody.
Where's he hanging around now? I parked, didn't he? People were saying.
Yeah, it's around
a lot of it's
Regent's Park. I thought it was. It was in
I think
he does it,
He likes
yeah.
parks.
Luxor Park. Yeah.
But I think he's just targeting
Brompton
anyone.
Cemetery.
He seems to cycle along any queue of traffic and then come from behind. A bit like Jaws. They should play Jaws music, with a shark fin as he goes along on his bike.
What's his game, or what's he out to achieve?
Well, his
I
father
think
got
he had a
killed,
bereavement or something. Yeah, something in his family.
a drunk driver.
Oh, I didn't know this backstory.
So
Go on.
his father's killed. I think in South Africa. He's from
He's
South
Dutch.
Africa.
No, he's Dutch.
Oh,
I
is
think.
he?
I think he's Dutch. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So his father was killed
Hence the
by a
bicycle.
drunk driver, and he associates using a phone associates them as bad as being drink drivers. So that's what he's out to get.
Well, I think there may be some stats to back that up. Actually, I think that people who are using phones do. I think there's probably more people using phones than drink drivers now. It's frowned upon drink driving now, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah.
Once upon a time when we were young, it wasn't so much, was it?
you could argue. I mean, when you're drunk and driving, which me and you do often.
You don't drink
I know, don't do-
one beer in 3 months. I think you'll pass any breathalyzer.
My argument was going to be that when you actually know you're intoxicated, you do your utmost to be super focused. Whereas a phone, even though you're not drunk, is the utmost to be unfocused. So you're looking at the phone with you're worse than probably being drunk in terms of once you're looking at that phone, your consciousness is dropped. Especially, you take your eyes off the road. Sometimes when you're looking at the phone, you've probably forgotten you're not looked at the road for 5 seconds. And it all changes. The whole front of you is changed, and what's happened is changed.
Traffic all stops.
Yeah.
Everything stops.
Oh, yeah, and you're
With
rear-end someone.
Like with hands-free and stuff, do you need to be looking at your phone now, or?
I don't know why people are not putting them in holders. That's a lot of the thing is they got them on their laps and they're saying, why have you got it in your hand? Why?
Now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not the one. He's not stopping the ones that are in the holders. It's
No.
physically
If you're in the holder, you're
phone,
safe.
yeah.
Only if you're in the holder and you're touching it at say 50 mile an hour in a 30, and you get involved in an accident, something like that's gonna say, well, you was using your phone, even though it's in a holder. But no, everybody's using a sat nav or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, most delivery people or private eye drivers are using some sort of XDA or something in their phone, aren't they, to get like jobs.
But you mustn't touch it at all, must you? That's the law. You must not touch it, even if it's in a cradle.
No, you can touch it in a cradle.
Oh, I thought you couldn't.
No, you
I
can.
thought the law recently changed that now you can't even touch it in the cradle.
Yeah,
No,
Dave, you
touch
might be
it.
wrong on that one. I think I watched a YouTube barrister say that there might be a small thing where you can, but you cannot touch it in the
if
cradle.
that's the case, you can't adjust your heating or your radio, or you can't touch the buttons on your steering
No,
wheel.
I make you right,
That's
yes.
absolute nonsense
Can't
for
accept
me.
app jobs.
I can't
When
accept.
do you do an app job then?
No, I can't accept that. That's true because
Yeah.
I think it's the rule is if you've got the phone in your hand. You've got it, then it's no longer hands free.
Well,
if you've got it in a cradle, it's about the amount of use you use in that cradle. So, in other words, if you just clicked on accept a job from one of the apps, that's fine.
Yep.
And then you press like go to it or whatever the word, and the sat nav will take you there or whatever. You can touch that, and then you could then do the job as well.
If you're doing app jobs, let's just say
you got to say to
God
accept
forbid.
a job, you got to pull over
Yeah,
and
but
turn
let's
the
just
engine
say,
off.
God
That's
forbid
ridiculous. No,
you
it's
got
not
in
true.
an accident.
Eh?
The police look at the
If
phone.
you're involved in an accident and they look at the phone and they look at the data of the phone and they look that you've been using it for the last 10 minutes and in that time you've had an accident, then it's going to be a different story.
What if
but
you
the
touched
problem
it?
is, if you've got an app job, say you've got an app job, like
Yeah,
the,
but
the
it's-
apps are always on, so the phone's always unlocked, so surely it was going to say the phone's been unlocked for the past 4 hours.
My one's permanently unlocked. Mine never locks.
That's what I'm saying. So
No,
if you got involved in an accident and they
my
looked at the
phone is
data,
permanently
they'd say,
unlocked. I don't have it locked after a minute or anything like that. It's permanently unlocked. And if I'm going somewhere somewhere and I think, I know it's down there on the left, I'll hit cabbage mate and it'll lock onto me and I'll see it coming up when I'll go, oh, that's the next one.
Dave, it's not often that you're right, and I think you're wrong again. But I'll check it. I'll fact check it.
I don't see it because you wouldn't. If to accept to the job,
I can see the practicality.
Or
problems.
to answer your phone, or to change the heating. So the heating's on full, and all of a sudden you're sweating. You want to change the heating. How'd you touch that then? Mm-hmm. What's the difference with touching?
There isn't any physical
once it's in a cradle,
it's
physically part of the car.
Yes,
now. You can touch it. It's prolonged use of it. It's any type of prolonged use. What that would be, would down to a judge and the accident that you have and your eyes off the road. Obviously, if you was watching a video whilst driving at 40 mile an hour, you might well be in trouble.
Well, there was a guy watching a video, wasn't there? There was a guy in Birmingham watching a movie.
There's been truck drivers.
There's loads of people that do it. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
You see it all the time.
That's why the police got another truck with cameras on to go along the same height as trucks, to look into trucks.
Yeah.
When I was a truck driver, they started doing that. And then they come creeping up like Jaws again and getting alongside them. And especially some of the continental drivers that we know, they would have a iPad or whatever going and a movie going, and that's ridiculous. But no, if you're in a cradle, check that out. Check the law so you can put it on this. But if it's in a cradle to accept a job while you're driving and hit a button, I don't see that. I can't see that because otherwise you wouldn't be able to touch it. You can't indicate. How do you indicate? You can't touch that.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I agree.
I agree. No, you can't indicate. I've got to pull over, turn it off, and put the indicator on. It don't work like that, surely.
I always pull over, put the indicator on, and pull away.
You can't touch nothing. Otherwise, you've got your two hands on the steering wheel like some sort of Messerschmitt 909.
We shall see. The truth shall be bared on the actual video. You have to wait.
Let go of the steering wheel.
Talking about like road rules and stuff, this is one I've got to ask because it is my biggest bugbear on the road. Are you obliged to let buses out?
Yes, the highway code states now that they are, but it's only when safe to do so
because
as well.
What makes me laugh is they'll be in a bus stop, you're halfway coming round them.
No, it's different.
They just bang the indicator on and they're coming out.
No. They can't pull out into an unsafe position. They can't do that. They can't put you into they can't do that.
Well, in London,
they do. Yeah, lots of people do lots of things, but they're not supposed to. But you are supposed to give way to the bus, yes, but if safe to do so, and that's always going to be anything. If it's safe for you to pull up, or you can see the buses, they've been there a while, his indicator goes on, he's off and let him out. But if you're going round him, carry on round.
My bugbear is to get halfway round and they just dip the nose out and it's like...
How big's this bus? You're halfway round. What speed are you doing? What's it, one of them double bendy buses?
This is the problem, I'm going 20 mile per hour.
You're 20 mile an hour, you'll soon be past the bus.
When I commit, it takes me too long to get round them.
It may stem from the fact that no one lets them out. So now they know they're always fighting to get out. And if you're not for hire, you let buses out all day long, just poodle along. But if you're in a hurry, and I don't know, letting Uber drivers out, what are you doing in the bus lane anyway? Or Uber drivers letting you out the bus lane, and you've got a whole car length. People should just let each other out. Go about your business. Be cool.
I don't get all this. I don't know. I don't really have...
Well, you've just said you're not letting the buses out. I don't get it now.
No.
Who else you're not letting out?
I'm talking about when I'm halfway around the bus and he just indicated when they come and he's like, yeah, cheers, mate, I'm now in the middle of the road. But in terms of Uber drivers and stuff like that, I'm not really like...
Don't fight.
I've not got that gripe of I'm not letting you out because you're an Uber driver.
I've never had it for anybody. Minicab drivers or whatever. It's absurd, us and them kind of things. Doesn't matter.
I've got to ask, you've both been out now a year.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people who are doing the knowledge watching this. Maybe your son and my son. What would you say are the benefits of doing the knowledge and becoming a black cab driver? What's the benefits you've noticed in your first year?
Done my own holiday forms, my own sick days. I book holidays. I don't work Mondays if I can help it. Sundays are brilliant.
Boomtown Rat.
Yeah, love it. I think it's great. It's the best job ever. And I tell you, when you've got people in your cab that are stressed to hell with their bosses, I had one that had a massive panic attack because of the stress of her job. That's the one I got an award for to help her out. And she said, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Why am I working for someone that doesn't appreciate me, underpaid, and that is the best job of not having to work for anyone.
Yeah. Especially if you sort it out as well. In what stage of life you're at, if you've got your own home, how much money do you need? When you've got your own home and you're settled in, you can get a better lifestyle.
Depends what your lifestyle is, doesn't it? Really?
No, you're right though. My kid's grown up. It's lovely. Can go do whatever I want when I want.
Earn as much as you want or as little as you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think sometimes I was working too hard at the beginning.
Tell us how much you earn.
A day.
Do a day.
I'd never kiss and tell.
Oh,
Tell.
well,
Tell me, you told me before we came in that you wouldn't say it, but tell me how much you took the other night in a one night.
In one night, 450.
450.
Yeah.
And have you broken 500 at any stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have two, George? And you, Dave, you broke 500?
yeah.
Tube strike day. Love it.
Right. So you can break £500 in a day on a good day, but you can also get the sort of close to zeros.
I
Yeah,
think
it can go very wrong.
Depends on like what hours you want to do, really.
And what day and what's going on.
Yeah.
If you're paying attention to what's going on,
Yeah.
really, and
You're an expert at that, Dave, actually. I've noticed. You are the greatest cab driver I have ever met today.
Well, we're doing this early morning. I don't know. Am I the only one who's been at work this morning here?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not on a Sunday. I go out
Yeah,
at 9
you been at
o'clock.
work?
Yeah, no, I haven't been this morning. No, I got in at 2 a.m. now.
Yeah, but you have.
Yeah, I've already been Gatwick.
I know. You all have got lined up jobs everywhere.
That was an old cab driver though. It was mates' rates. Greenwich 30, 27 badge number. I took him down to Gatwick.
But it's good.
not
I get
real
up
right.
at 4 o'clock some mornings, go and do 5 hours, go
Yeah,
home,
that's
go to
good
the
for
gym,
that,
have a
yeah.
sleep and go out and do another
Have
5
you
hours.
learnt? So you're getting up at 4 o'clock. What's your plan? How are you going to go in and start getting fares?
So I usually just start off, see if there's an app job that goes off.
All right.
And
On
then-
which app?
Usually free now.
Free now.
Yeah, because it'll postcode. There's loads at East End. Want to go to City Airport, so I'll just get up, do a City Airport run, and then it just triggers from there. Hotels, airports, train stations. Early morning, go home.
So what you get up, you put the app on, make a cup of coffee. That app dings. You leave the coffee behind. You jump in, and away you go.
accept it the night before. You keep refreshing
okay.
it, so I know that I've got to get up at 4 o'clock. There's a job at 4:30 round
Yep.
the corner. Off I go.
And then from there you just roll
Yeah,
in.
and I've learned if it's quiet, just to go home now,
Yeah.
and then go out again later.
Yeah, but you never know what's around the corner. You say when it's quiet, if you jump on a rank, you sit there frustrated, and then someone comes along, or you get a small job from it, and that leads to something else, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Yeah. But there are
Yeah.
time zones, Dave,
Yeah.
that are quiet.
Oh,
you
yeah,
start to
yeah.
12 o'clock midday.
Nothing. Usually find about 11 o'clock it drops
Normally in
off.
the pub,
Yeah,
then.
between,
Yeah.
11 and 3 it can
Yeah.
go a bit quiet. I don't really do days. I don't really like it,
And
to be
night times you have the going to the pub, and then there's the in the pub. When they're in the pub,
8-ish, quiet.
Yeah.
honest. Between 8 and 10 you get a bit of a lull again.
yeah. So
I
we
tend
all
to-
know where they are, the
Yeah,
lulls.
I tend to find, like, I don't know, I don't do really early mornings, but
What hours do you do?
it's sort of 2 in the afternoon till about 2 in the morning.
A 12-hour shift. How often a week?
Once.
Probably 3 times a week.
Yeah. So you're doing 36 hours a week.
Yeah, but
And he's got
he's
his
the-
football, and he's a fireman.
yeah, no, I do normally about 2 till 2, I'd say.
So you're still doing 4 days a week as a fireman?
Yeah. 4
Okay.
days a week as a fireman, and then in my off days I'll go out 2 or 3 days.
And sorry, are you amateur linesman? Amateur?
So I'm on the semi-professional leagues.
Yeah.
So yeah, going all right.
And what's the plan for the future for that? Just to you'll never go up.
Refereeing?
Yeah.
No, just go as high as I can go, really. So still quite young in terms of youngish.
That was what I was thinking. You're looking quite old to me now, George. I was
Yeah,
thinking
well-
maybe it's the boat's been missed.
What's the age limit on it?
Refereeing?
Yeah.
There isn't now, as long as you can pass the fitness test.
Well, even in like Premier League,
Yeah.
is there?
There used to be an age. I think the age limit.
45?
UEFA used to have an age cap, and it was about 42, 45. But now,
Yeah, but
because of the
45-year-olds now are super fit, aren't they? Some
you
of them
look at-
Well, I'm
they look-
57 and I
Yeah, I know, you've had it.
I couldn't walk.
Yeah. No, it's
the
just,
line.
if you can pass the fitness test.
George
you're-
isn't even 30 yet.
I
That's
think,
what you forget. He looks a lot older.
Shut
than
up.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm hanging on to December.
It's like Joe Pasquale there. I'm not.
I'm not. No way.
Are you not really? Shut up. He's
No,
not.
I'm 30 in December.
Shut up. You look about 45, George.
No,
Jesus Christ.
I thought we were the same age when we started at this
I
school,
know.
didn't I?
Thought we was partners.
Is that your husband? Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm not
Why
30
not?
till December. Looking good, aren't I?
Yeah, well, yeah.
only 13 years older than him.
We won't age bad unless you go bald, which I don't know. It looks possible. I mean, they said it about me, George, that I was going bald when I was 15. So,
Yeah, no, I reckon I'm doing all right.
yeah.
He'll be off to Eton, getting a hair
all right.
transplant.
Yeah.
Is that your own?
Yeah. What do you mean? No. It's not no one else's, is it?
Well, we know the truth
It's not
about the
attached
teeth.
to the earphones, is it?
Yeah, it comes off. It comes back on. Oh, dear.
Same
So,
thing there.
So what are the benefits? What other benefits do you think you would say to someone doing the knowledge? This is what it is. So it's hours,
Well, you can earn
money,
what you want to earn, and that's
Yeah.
the thing.
being your own
No
boss.
Poor cab driver, is there? Just lazy ones.
yeah.
And that's why I look at it.
Yeah, the old classic used to be about the poor cab drivers.
Yeah.
You'd always got a cab driver's moan in the game's dead. I'm going back 20 years, 25 years. They're always outside the Piccolo bar having a sandwich, and you're driving by looking, hunting, and they're standing there talking to their mates eating their sandwich in the Piccolo bar, and you think, I'm sure I saw you there about an hour ago. Yeah. And you take nothing in an hour where you're eating a sandwich.
What's that cafe on Red Lion Street?
Bex. Is it
Bex? That's it, Bex. Sometimes we'd go in there for dinner on the odd occasion, and I'm not lying, you would see the same 6 fellas sitting around a table, and they were there 2 hours before we got there, and they were probably there 2 hours after. Yeah. And all they used to do is sit round moaning about the game's dead. You just spent 4 hours in the cafe, mate. Yeah. So
we don't stop really, do we? Once we're out,
it's hard, isn't it? Yeah.
I just want to get my night done. I don't want to sit and have dinner for an hour and a half, because then you've got to get home an hour and a half later.
Once you had dinner, I don't want to do no more.
No, that was the problem. We used to meet at the Friar's Delight, which is just off of Red Lion Street in Theobald's Road, you know?
Yeah.
So we would meet there, but we'd meet at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you'd be at Finchley. And, dinner, 8 o'clock. So no light off, drive to there, park up, eat your dinner, get fatigue fish and chips inside you, and then get back in the cab. And it's now 9 o'clock, and you're going to get started, and it's just slowly starts rolling again. And then we all kind of concluded, I'd rather have dinner at home with my wife and kids, maybe. So let's just do a straight 8 hours through. Yeah. Get out the cab as often as possible, but don't. Once you lose that momentum, kind of throws you a bit, doesn't it? And then you think, okay, I stopped for 2 hours, and I might have took 60 quid in those 2 hours. I'm 60 quid down.
And plus your dinner.
And your dinner.
Yeah. 20 quid.
I went last night, and I had the takeaway fish and chips. I usually go and sit in the fish house.
Which one?
In Lauriston Road.
Do you like that one?
Not particularly, but it's the easiest one to get. I was there, only struck between Poppy's and there from here. Where would you go?
I like Britannia's Fish Bar.
I go Britannia, but it's takeaway. Yeah, so I didn't want to take it away.
Fish Central's my favourite.
Oh, okay, in the square, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been Fish Central a few times, but not for a takeaway.
King Square?
King Square, yeah.
So anyway, I went there and I ordered the large cod and chips, tartar sauce, and a bottle of fizzy water, and it was £16. Yeah. And then you think, okay, and if you eat in, I know that I've sometimes eaten in there often, it's that, and I get a cup of tea, it's £25.
There's a new one on Old Ford Road that's meant to be amazing. Cafe East, the owners of it.
Oh, okay.
Roman Road. And there's usually about a queue of 20 people to get in that cafe.
Yes.
So, yeah, have a whirl.
I have been in their cafe, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Have you been in the Regency Cafe, the queue there?
I can't be bothered with queuing.
No.
The tourists. And Terry's Cafe.
What's touristy about the Regency?
Well, it must be to do with where the films that have been made there over the years. And people, now they look up, when people go, they go to like the sets. Because that cafe is still open, isn't it? Yeah. So you go there on a Sunday and you're queuing, aren't you, out up the street.
Bleachers is the same, isn't it?
Bleachers?
Yeah. But we went Terry's for breakfast that time.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
We were on an orange then.
Yeah, we parked the bike.
I was there the other week.
Freezing.
Joe the Carpet.
With Joe Carpet, yeah?
Joe the
He's
Carpet.
a dad now, isn't he?
John the Don.
John the Don, Joe the Carpet. What was the thing you told me the other day? You told me a great one. Someone got a new name.
Oh.
Cab drivers.
Ferrari John.
Ferrari John. He got a speeding ticket.
And he's a plodder, isn't he? He's a plodder, John. He'd say to you, I ain't driving around fast. And he had people in the back. He's left the hotel, the tower, and he's going down. And he's got done at the obvious place, the Temple, on the embankment. Yeah. And the coppers pulled him over with the Americans in the back. But he was doing 30 in a 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you wound the clock back a couple of years, you'd have been legal.
Yeah, but think about embankment. That's another classic example.
Oh, it's so slow. 20 along there.
Does it need to be 20?
No.
It's no real pedestrians. No. I wouldn't mind. They've got 3/4 of the road anyway.
Yeah.
With a pavement and a cycle lane. So does it really need to be 20?
No, it doesn't. No, it's just slowing you all down, get you out of your cars and bring you the same speed as a cyclist, so that one, you don't clash, and
we're not the same speed as cyclists, are we? Because now they've got the old electric bikes. I'm doing 20.
Yeah, fast.
They're whizzing past me at 30.
No, but they're not all doing. If you take the average speed of a cyclist, they're about 20. 18, 20. So that's why they're making us the same speed. So in other words, we're looking at them going, well, I might as well be on that. They think we are. We're not. We can't get out of the cab. But
are you going to get a bicycle, Dave? By the sounds of it.
I used to be a cyclist, but I'm all right now.
But you take Lower Thames Street, yeah?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Single file traffic. We're all sitting there at 2 mile per hour. You'd be lucky if you see 2 cycles come past.
Yeah.
True or not true?
Yeah.
You've got Flash George there.
Yeah, he's getting
That's
into
his
it.
nickname.
Flash George.
Oh.
Flash or Flash?
Can you hold your arm up? Look.
2 or
Oh,
two
no.
or more cyclists come past, you'd be lucky.
He turned up that time, didn't you? You had your Rolex
Fake
on.
Rolex.
What sunglasses were you wearing at that time?
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton sunglasses.
Oh, dear.
It's
Real ones.
It's £600 flip flops that
Game's
they
dead. Got him off the looking man in our paper.
It's just the Essex look.
What is the Essex look?
I don't know. You got it.
Exactly that, yeah, Chuck. Exactly
got it.
that. Oh, dear.
The one that you got to work for, Dave, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't afford it.
Dave, you did tell me also about the speed limits that people have been done on. There were some amazing ones.
Where was this?
You said that Tony O'Leary.
24 and a 20, Tony O'Leary.
Yeah.
24 and a 20.
I
Yeah,
thought you
Johnny
had-
O'Halloran, 24 and a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mate got 12 points.
From 20-mile-an-hour speed
Yeah.
cameras.
He got done twice in a week. He already had 6, so he got his licence revoked for 28 days, and TfL matched it. He was very, very lucky.
Yes.
Well, what about
They
me?
didn't
That's
extend
me,
it.
mate.
They usually double it.
Yeah, but no, he got matched it.
Was it a top up of points, like 3 points, 3 points, 3
Yeah.
points, like that sort of thing?
Yeah.
And not no major 6 points or more in there.
I believe so.
I think that's when they go further. I think
Yeah.
if you get like the phone or dangerous driving or
Yeah.
whatever, driving
Yeah,
with
one of
due
my
care of
dad's,
attention,
one of my dad's
something
mates,
like
I
that.
won't say what he done, but
You should.
He,
It's a cracking story.
Yeah.
Go, say what he done. We don't know him. Only 1,000 people watch the podcast.
Right,
No one's.
so I think he had like 9 points or whatever on his license. Then in 1 week he got done 3 times on the same speed camera, and also he'd been basically so. I see him when I first got out. I think we was near Bank Junction anyway. We pulled up to get this job, and he pulled up. He must have got an order in for the same job. So anyway, he pulls up. I'm having a chat with him. All of a sudden, he's got this little bit of paper and this bit of hand sanitizer, and he's doing that. He's gone around the front of the cab and he's bashing it on like the front of the cab. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, stopped here, like picking up fares and don't want to get a ticket." I said, "You ain't going to get a ticket." I said, "We can stop on a red line to pick up a fare." I said,
Yeah.
No. He's covering up part of his number plate.
With hand sanitizer.
Yeah, with
So
bit
don't
of paper and hand sanitizer, so he can't get a ticket. Crazy, honestly. I said to him, "John, what you doing?" Like, you ain't going to get a ticket.
He
Yeah.
just
So
named
anyway.
him.
Yeah. So just so people know, you get 2 minutes generally for stopping anywhere except there are this thick red line, which is bus stops usually. You can't stop on that one.
No, you can't stop on the bus stop.
So anyway,
You're not supposed to anyway.
in 1 week he got 3 speeding tickets, and basically he'd been using black tape to alter his number plate, right? So let's just say it was
This is a taxi driver.
yeah, let's just say it was like an L and he's made it into an E
Yeah.
with a bit of black tape, for example. So anyway, he must have been getting like PCNs or whatever he's been doing, and they can't get this cab driver. There's not a cab with that number plate registered in.
Yeah.
And the way they got him is they got him, got a photo and zoomed in and got his badge number in the back window.
They took the identifiers.
Got the identifier number, went to TfL with it, and that's how they managed to. So he got like the 3 points in 1 week, plus he got pulled up for
Whoa, that's quite serious
basically like
offence.
fraud. Went to court and all that, and it all played out or whatever, and TfL took his licence. Done.
How for? How long for?
No, completely.
Forever.
It's done forever.
I mean, that was serious. That was a very
Yeah,
serious.
yeah.
It didn't sound very bright.
No. But yeah, completely.
Yeah.
I think he'd been a cab driver for like 40 years.
Do you know, and as well, I think even, let's say they didn't look at the identifiers, on a process of elimination, there is probably you could computerise the number plate and say, how many number plates that are taxis come close
Yeah.
to that?
Yeah.
And then even on that elimination, you'd be down to very, very few numbers.
It's stupid, don't it?
It's
It's stupid, like...
Well, yeah.
He's the type of bloke that will spend a tenner to save a pan and think he's had a result. That is the truth of it. He's a lovely bloke. Like,
Well, I'm really
say
sorry
that.
he's lost his licence. And he'll
He-
never get it back, maybe.
no, it will never. They basically. Well, he'd have to
It's
redo
the
the
worst.
knowledge,
Yeah.
and they ain't going to accept him, are they? We wouldn't accept him on it, would they?
They would would have to if it's a crime and it's spent. They'd have to accept him on, and
Isn't that what this thing with these number plates? They do these 3D number plates. Isn't that just people believe that the cameras don't pick them up?
Well, that was
4D. It's a 4D.
4D, is
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
that was
As long-
Heathrow and that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And does it work?
Well,
It
it did
did at one
work, but it
stage.
don't now because they've upgraded the cameras. You know, that's cab drivers to a T, innit?
Yeah.
yeah. But if you're a cab driver, you're like you found. Did The identifiers are in there. I don't think we're difficult to find. But thank you for coming. That's been a real funny chat. And come back soon.